What a difference a weekend can make. The Padres gain a game in the NL West, and they take a series from the Rockies. They pound out 31 hits over the last 2 days. They win today 8-1. They do so behind Dylan Cease, who earns his first road win of the year. Freddie Fermin, Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., players heating up here this weekend in Colorado. We'll see if it continues this week against the Cincinnati Reds and then the Rockies this weekend. So make your way in. There's a ton to react to. The Padres at least putting themselves in a position where Padres fans should feel pretty confident about their playoff chances. I mean, let's be honest. They win the last 2 days. They're in very good, firm playoff positioning. Now can they capitalize and win this division potentially in 2025? You've heard us talk about that before. So subscribe. All right, let's get to 9,600 subscribers tonight. We're very close to 9,600. I think we're about 10 away. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment and subscribing to the channel, we're 13 away. Please take a moment if you're here live or on replay. Do that for the channel and subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button for us. You can follow us at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate your longtime support of the channel. Thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all of your comments, the super chat comments on screen. You can control the direction of the conversation. And if you want to become a member, you can click the join button down below. I think one of the stories today, Jim, we can get into it whenever you want, is the lineup was unique for Mike Schill. And honestly, for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth at short for the first time since 2022. Luis Arraez over at second. Cronenworth makes a really good defensive play. It opens up the lineup. Padres ultimately win it 8-1. They're heading home finally with a little bit of momentum. They win a series in Colorado.
Yeah, the last two nights, they did exactly what they needed to do. Saturday night's game was a very Corsian type of game.
Yeah.
If that's even what you call it. It's just a course field game. It's a very course field game. Just outlast the Rockies and win by a run. Like, do whatever it takes, right? Bullpen didn't look good. They almost blew, I think it was an 8-run lead.
Yes.
But the offense showed up, and the offense, you had Fernando Tatis Jr. hitting bombs, and, just win. It doesn't matter how you win. And then you couple that with one of the most epic losses I've ever seen in my life.
Absurd.
Dodgers have a no-hitter through 8 2/3, up by 3 runs, and they lose 4-3.
I've never seen that.
I think it was the only time in baseball history that's ever happened.
Okay, that's why I've never seen it.
And I think the Orioles had like a point. I don't know what it was, but
couldn't have been as high as 0.3. Couldn't have even been that high.
It was around there. Let's just say it was around there. That was their percentage to win that game. And, yesterday, by the way, it wasn't just the Dodgers game. There were multiple games in baseball that ended in crazy fashion.
Yep.
So I'm thinking to myself as the game goes on last night, I'm like, here we go. Like, this is going to be the cherry on top of all the crazy walk-offs that we've seen around baseball today. And the Padres are going to blow this. But thankfully, they didn't. Outlasted the Dodgers, and they pick up a game over the weekend. And I mean, it's crazy to even think about because the Padres have played such awful baseball here. I mean, this division is completely up for grabs. It's wild. It's wild how awful the Dodgers have been and how they have completely left the door open for the Padres to take advantage. Now it's up to the Padres to do that and swing the bats well over the last 2 days. It is course field. Take it for what it's worth, but hopefully it gets him going. I mean, Jackson Merrill finally decided that he was going to join the party here since he returned from the IL. He hits his home run today. Manny Machado, he was hitless in the series, by the way, until his home run earlier today. His year is, weird. His OPS now is, what is it? It's right around 800, 807, with the home run today. And then I thought Dylan Cease pitched very well today, did exactly what they needed from him. He had the big lead, give him 5, gets his first road win of the year. It was a good win today. And, now pretty important homestand that you have to take advantage of. 4 against Colorado. I feel like at minimum 3 or 4 there. And against the Reds, like, you got to win both these series, I feel like. Like 2 or 3 against the Reds, 3 or 4 against the Rockies at worst, and take your chances and see what the Dodgers do.
Yeah, 100%. Need a 5-2 homestand, and you're putting real pressure on an LA team that, to your point, has played I mean, the fact that they're in first place, I bet they look at each other in that clubhouse like, how are we even right now in first place? It's been way too long for them to play like this. Now, I say that, and we've gone down this path this year 3 or 4 times in the last 2 months where the Padres pull to within a game or take a 1-game lead only to fall back. That exact thing has played out 3 or 4 times in the last 2 months. So this is far from a certainty, but I do think there's a decent chance that the Padres can capitalize on this opportunity. Now, to your point on Dylan Cease, it wasn't just Cease. Think about this. You're a Coors Field. Your starting pitching has been giving you no innings, and Nick Pivetta goes 6, Randy Vasquez goes 6, Dylan Cease goes 5. Like, nobody's going 5. And you go Pivetta,
Right.
Vasquez, Cease, 6, 6, 5. There's their formula. But like, I'm Mike Hill. There's my formula. Get some length out of my starting pitching. Now, the first super of the night I want to get to because it's a little bit on cue for – listen, the bullpen that's now without Jason Adam, that you're going to rely on heavily in the postseason, and they're playing in the postseason. And this idea, and thank you, Obliterated Bum, for the first super of the night. He says Dodgers ruined Estrada. I just looked it up. Since August 1st, 11 earned runs in 15 innings. That's a 6-6. That's 2 outings. It's the 4 runs against the Rockies. It's the 4 runs against the Dodgers. There's some more in there, but that's the work that was done.
Mm-hmm.
Estrada of the Dodgers, yes, they've tattooed him this year at the Rockies. Well, it is Coors Field, but how concerned are we? I mean, shoot, Suarez allows a home run, the tying runs at the plate in the ninth inning yesterday. So how concerned are we that they're without Adam? And Estrada certainly is not pitching the best baseball of his career right now.
There's 2 ways you could look at it. One, he is struggling. This is going to be an issue. And when Estrada's in the game, you're kind of just like biting your nails. Or, hey, it's Coors Field.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's either or. I think it's somewhere in the middle. But I said it the day that Jason Adam went down. That's going to come back at some point. I don't know when. I don't know, where. I just feel like that's going to come back to bite them in the ass at some point. He was too important to that bullpen. He was so crucial to their, I feel like, postseason success. Now, can they overcome it? They're going to have to. But I mean, how can you sit here and say the loss of Jason Adam is not going to affect you at all? It is. That's a discredit to Jason Adams' season. To say that it's not going to affect you, well, then you're not looking at what he did for this team this year, and he was phenomenal. So, yeah, it's going to hurt. They're going to have to find different ways to win now without Jason Adam, and guys are going to have to step up. And going forward, Jeremiah Estrada, it's probably going to be like a roller coaster out there. Probably going to be like a roller coaster, but they're going to have to find ways to get it done. And they got it done this weekend, and that's the only thing that matters. Giving up runs at Coors Field, you almost have to look at it like whatever. Like, it's just kind of like whatever. Because Coors Field's Coors Field. And the only thing that matters is getting out there with a win. I don't care how. I don't care how many runs are scored. Just get a win.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, to the point on Estrada, just hear me out. So Saturday night, they lead 10-2, they win 10-8. You'll take all the wins right now. So it's not to complain, but it's to make the point that Estrada, Miller, Suarez go 3 innings in that game and allow 5 runs. And the tying run came to the plate in the 8th and 9th innings. Miller got the ground ball double play, I think first and third in a 3-run game. And then then Suarez in a 2-run game, there's a base runner on before Doyle, I think, lined out to Tatis there in the 9th inning. So maybe it's Coors Field. Maybe it's the bullpen, again, not being as good as it was earlier in the year. I think Suarez has been shaky. I think Estrada has certainly been shaky. Morejon has led the way, and Mason Miller has led the way. The Jason Adam loss is significant. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Dose Mafia, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, like the lineup today, this needs to be lineup versus righties until Xander comes back. I wonder if it will or not. Like, is this hey, let's see how it works? And they pound out 15 hits. Now they had 16 hits yesterday. So, but a great offensive game. Is this what the lineup is going to look like, or is this just what the lineup looked like for a day?
I don't know.
I don't know either, truthfully.
It is very interesting. Very interesting how He was at shortstop today.
Yep.
Jake Cronenworth. I think against righties, this needs to be the lineup. Absolutely. No question about it. Mason McCoy should not be in the lineup. Sorry.
No, of course not.
No. if no. Same thing with Jose Iglesias. If you want to put him in there late in the game like they did today, again, they're up by 7 runs, but still, if you want to put him in for defensive purposes, go for it. Okay, because he's honestly probably one of their best defensive infielders on the team. Maybe he is the best. I don't know. He's the most versatile because he can play 3 different positions.
Mm-hmm.
But we've talked about this for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have.
And you harped on it. You always do. You need to get your best bats in the lineup at the end of the year, especially if you can't score runs. If you can't score runs, put your best bat lineup out there. Defense, these guys are professionals. They're not. Fine. They'll be fine. And by the way, today, Cronenworth just proved the point. He proved the point of, look, you put the best bats out there, and this, I had this teed up. So Mike Schilt on Tuesday of last week, right? 4 days ago or 5 days ago, whenever it was, Tuesday of last week, after they lost the second game to the Orioles. I don't know why. I forget why they put Cronenworth at shortstop, but they did. And this was AJ Cassavell asking him about Cronenworth going forward playing shortstop more with Bogarts out.
Obviously, with Sander out, there's going to be some kind of different alignments. What we saw tonight when you put Cronenworth at short or rise at second, is that when you're down in the game chasing it, or is that something you can see a little more?
No, I think that's, you can expect to see that if we're down and we're chasing it. The one thing about that I can confidently say is defense is important, and we don't want to. I've done this so long enough to see when you're chasing offense for the sacrifice of defense, and if you're not on top of your game on the mound as much, you need your defense. So it's an opportunity there to slide Crony over, get Louis at second, keep the Hearns bat in the lineup. But it's something more that we'll see when we're down, because we need to make sure we also feel our best defense, because it's not the sexiest thing that we talk about a lot, and we talk about lineup construction and all the different things, but it does show up, and there's 9 innings of defense. And so, to catch the baseball and make outs are important, but good news is we do have some flexibility and we'll use it appropriately.
All right, you know what that tells me?
That they got to him.
Yeah, exactly. That they got to him.
That's a big about face. And by the way, I think the whole philosophy, and listen, he's won with that philosophy. He's won in St. Louis. He's won in San Diego. He's not winning World Series, but he's won putting defense and pitching first, by and large. I just don't like the philosophy, especially when you scuffle to score like San Diego traditionally does. Now, they've had their peaks, like 2024, they hit. 2025, they've had some moments here, certainly in the second half, where they've hit. But the whole idea that chasing offense with bad defense, I'm like, what are we talking about? You go down 2-0. What does good defense buy you?
Nothing.
Like, good defense has no value when trailing. None, by and large. Like, the metrics would bear that out.
Yeah.
I'd rather try to protect a lead than try to keep a deficit at a number. So, you got to go out and score first. They're built to score first. They're not built to keep a game trailing 2-0. So, I just think it's a failed strategy. Now, it's worked for them to an extent. It has worked for them. But it might be time to freaking you at the trade deadline acquire guys that can hit. Laureano's last month has been awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Fermin's last 2 days have been awesome. So, go out there and put your best bats forward. That's what Padres fans want to see. And to me, I think it gives you your best chance to win in the postseason, your best offensive lineup. The defense we'll worry about. They're fine. They're a good defensive unit. This is not going to be the freaking laughing stock of baseball defensively. Go put your best lineup out there.
Yeah, 100%. What that tells me is, thankfully, someone in that organization, most likely AJ, made the executive decision. You're playing Jake Cronenworth at shortstop, or at least someone nudged him to the point of like, Mike, enough. Like, we're putting the best lineup out there. End of discussion. Because like you said, that's a pretty abrupt about face from 4 days ago saying that. And maybe he was lying to the media. I don't know. But what's the point of lying there if you're like, I don't get it. And Mason McCoy and Jose Iglesias, not going to cut it when there's a righty on the mound. And you're probably going to face a majority of right-handed starting pitching for the rest of the season. And when there's a lefty on the mound, we'll figure it out, right?
Different.
But for the majority of the rest of the year, you're probably going to face righties on the mound to start games. So Jake Cronenworth, and he showed it today, by the way, is going to be your shortstop. Did you catch, by the way, I think it was Don or Mudd, I forget which one of them, but they said after Jake made that amazing
like maybe
play,
he should be there. He showed why he's there. Maybe he should be.
Exactly.
It's hilarious.
Like just a giant, like, hey, Mike, stop
Hey,
getting in the way, bro. Just put the best lineup out there and get out of the way. Stop trying to tinker. Stop trying to be the smartest man in the room. Stop trying to emphasize this whole defensive first thing. You can't score runs in the first place, so you need to put the best lineup out there. So, look, I thought whoever got to Mike Shildt in the organization, bravo. Thank you. Now we'll see if it continues, because that's where now we will see, okay, did someone really get to Mike, or is Mike just doing this to appease, or is Mike just doing this for, like, what's the reason behind it? But I hope going forward, this is the everyday lineup, because you need to put your best bat and your best foot forward. And the more I see of Mason McCoy and Jose Iglesias, you're not doing that.
Okay, so I agree. Let's say they have 13 right-handed starters to face in their last 19 games. That's pretty reasonable. That's 2/3.
Right.
And let's also say maybe Xander comes back for the final 6 games of the year. But the point is, if you're going to face 10 righties over the next 2 weeks, it'll be interesting to see if they do it. The reason I asked this question now, let me see, where is it? Okay, this is from Jeff Sanders in a notebook postgame.
I couldn't open it. I tried to open it, but I couldn't.
Use textize.net and you can open it. textise.net. There's a few others. Archive.something. There's a few that'll open anything. But he wrote, right-handed pitcher Yu Darvish's ground ball tendencies and facing a left-hander on Monday likely means Cronenworth is back at second to start the homestand. Well, yeah, because you're facing a left-handed starter. So I think it's more to do with facing a left-handed starter, maybe, that the lineup will look different. But when I first read it, I thought he actually was implicating that he's going to move back to second just because of Darvish. So I'm like, are they really going to do this or not? Was basically my question. I mean, the proof is in the pudding that they had success here today. So you'd like to see if they can continue to have success moving forward. I mean, you only live once. Just throw your best lineup out there. I mean, you only live once.
Yeah. It's like, today, a lot of football being bet that was watching this household. A lot of football. It's the notion of, it's a 4th and 2. Do you want to keep the ball in the hands of your quarterback
or your defense?
Or do you want to hand it off to someone else or throw, you put the ball in the hands of your best player. In this case, you have the best players that you in the lineup out there for a majority of the time. You don't want to have a guy on the bench that is better at the plate than Mason McCoy and Jose Iglesias. That's the whole thing here, is you need to put your best foot forward and put the ball in the hands of your best players. And the best lineup against the lefty, we'll see about tomorrow. I'm not going to lose my mind if Jake's back at second. Yeah. And Iglesias is at short. I won't. But when there's a righty on the mound, I expect Jake Cronenworth to be at shortstop for this team. Because if he's not, that's a problem. And Mike Shildt needs to just give in to the best lineup. Defense in this situation, you're going to be fine, Mike. You saw what happened today. Jake can handle himself at short.
I mean, he's a good defensive player by and large. And he's had some miscues at second, by the way. He's had some massive miscues at second within the last 2 weeks. I'm with you. I mean, would you prefer win 41-40 or 17-13. You know, in the football analogy, like sometimes you're going to have to score to win. But we have pitching. Well, they've fallen behind a lot in some of these games, and their bullpen has not been as good. It's time to put your best foot forward with this offense. Sunriser, thank you, man. He follows up by saying, Randy is who we needed to turn this around. I mean, maybe he did what he does, by the way, the other night. I mean, he gave them, well, he actually gave them 6 innings, and that's not who he has necessarily been. But, you know, he allowed a few runs, but nothing crazy. I think it was 6 innings, 3 runs. He left with a lead. I mean, he is who he is. And they had been having so many issues with that rotation that why not give Randy Vasquez a try? And it worked out well enough for one night.
I mean, it's apparent you're not going to pitch Nestor Cortez for the rest of the season. He's not going to.
He's on the IL.
He's done for the season. I don't even care if he's healthy. You're not pitching him. He's on that phantom IL for the rest of the year. Randy Vasquez, look, he's proven that he can give you some quality innings. So putting Randy Vasquez on the mound for this team, like for the rest of the year, absolutely. And hopefully Michael King returns this week. And, you know, we'll see what they do then. But yeah, if you need a spot start here or there, or you need some guy to make a start for you, like I have faith in Randy Vasquez.
By the way, Jeff Sanders saying Michael King was expected to throw a bullpen Sunday, which could put him on track to return from the IL Tuesday because the team has announced Darvish on Monday and Pivetta on Wednesday. So that, according to Jeff Sanders, he could, again, could isn't will, but could return as soon as Tuesday. JD MLSR 2000, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says the biggest defensive liability is Manny. And by the way, whether that's true or not, that proves my point. And I think that's the point the super's trying to make. The point is Manny's going to be in there every single day because of his bat. I mean, it used to be because of his bat and his glove and everything, but forget his glove for a second. He can commit the 15 plus errors if he hits.
Right.
We have an issue with Manny Machado when he doesn't hit. My issue is not with his glove if he is hitting. If he goes out and has a July and commits a couple of errors, who cares? If he is in August and commits a couple of errors, you got problems because he had a 590 or 570 or 560 OPS in August. So you're going to need Manny's bat. I'll worry about his glove later. And again, Manny's not going to kill you with his glove, even in the worst defensive season of his career. But that's my point, that Manny Machado's in there for his offense right now. So go rely on his bat to do the talking.
By the way, the biggest liability is a rise at second base.
Yeah, maybe if he's playing second, that's true.
Right. But I mean, you're right. Now the thing is, regardless of how good Manny is defensively or not good defensively, he's going to always be in the lineup.
Of course.
But I'm just like just look at the lineup today. That's got to be the lineup going forward until Bogarts gets back, if he gets back. The majority of the time, this needs to be the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
The defensive alignment, everything. This is your A team. If I don't see this lineup more than like 2 more times in the regular season, well,
it means you won't see it in the postseason.
Yeah, if he only deploys this like 1 or 2 more times, you're not going to see this on a regular basis.
Yeah, you may not see it in the most meaningful games of the year. I mean, you might. Maybe today was like, hey, what do you think? Will it work? But you're playing the Colorado Rockies. You need to give this thing 7, 8, 9, 10 tries and see what happens. Because if you do it 10 times and your runs per game are up half a run or a run, then it worked. You know, you got to try it 8, 9, 10 times and see what happens.
That is the question I want to ask Kevin tomorrow. Who told Mike Schilt to play Cronenworth is short?
I mean, honestly, dude, maybe it was Beaver Whiskers. Look at this super. This is funny. He says, I was right behind the Pods dugout last night, 8 feet from Schild. I talked him out of a bunt early in the game.
Oh.
You should have seen him and Manny's ears perk up when I told him the Doyers were walked off. It's kind of funny. That was absurd. I don't know if he's being facetious or not that he talked him out of a bunt early yesterday. You can't bunt at Coors Field. There should be a rule.
Did they bunt it all at Coors Field?
You tell me. I have no idea. Did they attempt a bunt? He's saying he talked him out. I don't think they attempted a bunt. They had 16 hits yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think they did. If you ever bunt at Coors Field, like if I'm a GM, I'm walking down to the clubhouse after the game. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we're not giving anything up, man. Even the outs there, the last 2 days, look at some of those outs. Toddy hit a ball into that freaking like crevice in left center that's 421. He hit the ball 421. I mean, he smoked the thing.
Yeah.
Machado smoked a ball or two. There were well hit balls everywhere that were not hit.
250 today. Or no, sorry, no, 450 today. My bad. 250.
It's the 452. It's the furthest home run by a Padre this year.
Yeah, the ball flies there. You are never allowed to bunt in Colorado.
250 is not very far.
250 is a can of corn. You're right.
But it's what they were doing over the 5-game losing streak. They were hitting a lot of balls, exactly. 250 feet. All right, guys, we do want to remind you about our title sponsor. If you're here, 440 or so people here live right now, please subscribe to this channel. I think we're just about 10 subscribers away from 9,600. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to subscribe to the channel, we really appreciate it. Hoping to get to 10,000 at some point between now and the end of the postseason. Also, support our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, if you have an insurance need like we do. Whatever it is, auto, home, renters, life, earthquake. I've got 3 insurance policies through Mark. He's going to take care of you and your family if you ever need him. Trust me on that. I had to file a claim in 2022. He saved us so much time, so much money. We were out of our home for a couple of weeks. He took care of everything. If you ever need him, big or small, he's going to be there for you. And that's what separates Mark from his competition, that service and communication. So before you renew your current policy, get in contact with Mark. Click the link in the description down below or call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He'll talk to you about the Savannah Bananas at Petco. He was there. He'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, and then he'll save you money on your insurance. So if you support the channel, please support our title sponsor of the wrap-up show, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on that ticker below. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen there. mnimitz at farmersagent.com is his email address. You also see his phone number there. Reach out to Mark if you have any insurance needs, and when you do, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap Up Show sent you.
Rocket, that is not showing up. Can you copy and paste it? I did not see a super from before the show. My first super was from Obliterated Bum, so I appreciate that. Can you copy and paste it? I'm going to get to it right now, or just rewrite it, and I will get to it right now. So apologize for that. That will occasionally happen. Occasionally. So let us know if that ever does happen, and we'll get to that right now. He's saying, yeah, one sec. I want to get to that. We'll get to all these super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. Padres coming home. The Reds, I mean, for the Reds, it's an important series because they have to win here down the stretch. And for the Padres, it's an important series because you're 1 game back. In the NL West, by the way, Cubs lost. 3 back there, closer in the NL West than you are the Cubs. Yeah. And then the Mets lose. You got 2-game separation between the Mets. You still got to go there for 3, but that's a pretty good day and a good weekend with what happened with the Dodgers on Saturday. You can't ask for a better weekend than the way it played out.
Yeah, and it's setting up for them because that's the 7 games against the Rockies. Like, you have to, no excuse, take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like 5-2 at worst, which is
5-2 at worst means 3-1 now.
I know. That's what I mean. Like 5-2 at worst against the Rockies.
Yep.
And
I agree.
It sets up for this weekend. Now they got to face the Reds first, but it sets up for the weekend series here at Petco to go out there and hopefully take 3 or 4. The Rockies are awful on the road.
Awful.
They're a much more scary team at Coors Field than they are on the road. At Coors Field, that shit can go sideways really quickly. And it almost went sideways last night.
You're right.
But luckily they pulled it out. So I'm expecting a big week here. I really am. I'm expecting a big week from this team. I said it last wrap-up show after they got shut out at Coors Field. You know, what they have done as a team over the last 2 years is they'll have these stretches where they play horseshit, god-awful baseball, immediately followed by a hot streak. Like, they'll lose 8 of 10, but then they'll win 5 in a row. And you're like,
yeah,
what the fuck was that team? And hopefully, after the last 2 nights, or last 2 days, I guess, that will put them on a path that they're going to get hot here, and they have a good homestand. I mean, this is a very crucial homestand.
Critical.
You have to take advantage, and luckily, they're swinging the bats well. Maybe it's a factor. Maybe it's a byproduct of being at Coors Field, but still, when you swing the bats like that, it gives you confidence, and hopefully they can take that to Petco, and I mean, they can eat this week because they need to.
Yeah, hopefully it's good food. I agree. Not something vegetarian like I'd be eating. Rocket, sorry for missing this earlier. He says, which choke was worse? And to me, this isn't close. To me, this is not close. I don't care what the percentages would say. The Dodgers Saturday night, I mean, I've never seen a game lost like that in my life. I have seen football teams blow 2-score leads, even 15-point leads late. I have. He says, I mean, both near impossible games to lose. I've seen way more. In the NFL, it can happen. We all recognize it. Again, it wasn't likely, but it can happen. To me, it has to be the Dodgers with a pitcher and out away, actually 2 strikes away from a no-hitter, and then ultimately losing the game in that same half inning with a 3-run lead. That's, like you said, maybe it's never been done in the history of the sport. That's a long time.
I can't remember. It's one of those losses where I'm not kidding you. I saw that he gave up the homer to Jackson Holiday.
I still thought the game was over.
And I forget, what was I doing? I think I was doing something. Because I turned my phone off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what I was doing. I was driving to pick up food for us. And I'm like, that game's over. And I was going back and forth between the Aztec game and the Padres game. And then as soon as I got to the place that I was picking up food, I looked at my phone and I'm like, I got a text message from Rich McGuire, actually. And Rich said, like, fuck the Dodgers or something. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they won. And I checked my phone and I was like, they lost. They lost 4-3.
Incredible,
like,
man.
What? It was amazing.
Insane. I mean, truly, how do you overcome that? Like, we've talked about some of these bad Padres losses and some of these losing streaks. I mean, the Dodgers are really testing they're testing themselves. Like, can this all truly be overcome? Winning the division, winning the postseason.
If there's a year to take advantage and win the division for the first time in forever, it's this year.
I mean,
it's this
they
year.
almost went. They almost had a winless road trip. Like, that's hard to do when you're in first place and you're playing Pittsburgh and Baltimore. You're not playing the freaking Phillies and Cubs. It's Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and you're going winless. I know they did win today. Chucky D, thank you. He says Iglesias is 13.6 offensive WAR and 1.6 defensive WAR. Is that career? He doesn't hit, but the D is not nearly as good as Schilt sells it. That's interesting. Is that his career defensive WAR 1.6?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he doesn't. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I think his defense is good. I think he's versatile. I think it's been good this year. I think he's a good defensive player. Is he great? I don't know. Maybe the metrics suggest he's not great, but I do think he's a good defensive player.
Well, what I can tell you is he can't hit worth a lick.
He hasn't hit for shit here.
So he can make some of the greatest plays and look like Ozzie Smith out there. I'm going to need him to start hitting if he's going to be in the lineup. And here's the thing. He doesn't hit. He's not the Jose Iglesias last year like he was with the Mets at like 330 or whatever. If he's in 330, he's in the lineup every day.
Where the hell is that player? I need to see those hits. I need to watch those at bats. I need to see how that played out. How did that happen?
I think they only played him against lefties.
I mean, they must have every single plate appearance. Yeah. They must have stayed so true to the platoon because didn't he hit? Well, yeah, he hit like 400 against lefties last year.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, we'll see if we'll see this week if Schilt remains stubborn or if he's going to give in. And I'm very curious to see what he does.
Padres Payne, appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe to the channel and thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. Padres coming home for the Reds on Monday night. He says going to have to sweep a couple series to take the division in all likelihood. See, I don't know about that. Need a dominant homestand this week. Let's do some math. Let's say you go 13-6. Okay. Dodgers will lose the division going 11-8 or worse. So I think 13-6, you'd have to feel half decent. The Dodgers have not played great. Now they could play 11-8, better than 11-8. But that's my threshold's like 13-6 is like what I'm looking at. Maybe 12-7, but I think you need that 12-7, 13-6 finish.
Here's what the Dodgers are about to do. 3 at home against Colorado.
Okay.
Then 3 on the road in San Francisco.
That's very tough.
Then a 7-game homestand, which is their last homestand of the season. 3 against the Phillies, 4 against the Giants.
Way harder schedule.
And then they finish up with 6 on the road against Arizona and Seattle.
Way harder. Because think about this. Even that Rockies series they have coming up at home, guess what? The Padres have 4, they have 3.
Yeah.
So like just cancel that thing out, hopefully. Where
Hopefully.
even if they go 3-0, maybe you're 3-1 or better. So there's a half game swing, maybe one way or the other. But other than that, I know the Padres still have the Brewers, and I know they have the Mets, but I'd still take the Padres schedule over the Dodgers schedule. I don't think it's very close, honestly, with those other series.
I also like ending the season at home too for the Padres.
So I mean, again, like I look at that schedule from the Dodgers. I mean, does that scream that they're going to go 12-7 down the stretch? It doesn't to me. It's possible. But
nothing they have shown recently. There's nobody that should be like, oh yeah, the Dodgers are going to do this.
Oh, they got it. Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, vice versa for the Padres as well.
True. Good point. That's a really good point. I still think, just look at it like this way. July 3rd was 2 months and how many days ago? 2 months and 4 days ago. The Dodgers have played 8 games worse in 65 days. 8 games. So yes, the Padres haven't been perfect, but they're 8 games better than LA since the 3rd day of July. So that's why I'm like, just again, the Padres have been better. They haven't been perfect, but they've been better over the last 2 months. The question is, can they be better over the final 19 games to finish this off and finish one game better?
Are they
than
getting
LA?
Are they getting Muncy back soon? Because they
That's
have
a huge piece for them.
They've fallen off a cliff since they lost Max Muncy.
Yeah, and their winning percentage with him is unbelievably good, and without him, they've been terrible. Name, thank you for the generous super. Appreciate you, man. It might be your first super, so we appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for the membership. He says, Schultz said defense first due to starting pitching. We win with Randy more than any other starting pitcher except Nick. Randy comes back, and the lineup is suddenly open for experimentation. Maybe Schultz just elite managed the front office?
What?
Huh? Is this like you're playing chess and I'm playing checkers? Is that what you're trying to say? What? Schultz said defense first due to starting pitching. How does defense save your bad starting pitching? I was watching balls go over the wall. You can have a really good center fielder. You can't bring a ball back over the wall. I mean, they actually can. Yeah. Laureano and Tatis have been doing it. Merrill's done it. But you got my point. I mean, I don't see how defense saves bad starting pitching. It doesn't.
I just think Mike Schultz stubborn. That's all. And I think that he has a philosophy in his mind of how to do things, and it's not working out the way that he wanted it to work out.
Sure.
And so either he's giving in, and then it makes him bitching and moaning to the media and barking back at guys for simple questions look even dumber, honestly. Like the amount of effort that and energy that he has put towards trying to defend and combat anybody that asks him a simple like roster construction question feels like energy wasted from Mike Schultz. It really does, especially if he's going to do this now, especially if they're going to have Jake Cronenworth be at shortstop for majority of the rest of the season. It just makes him look like even more like an idiot, but
yeah, it's a fair point.
Whatever.
We're going to get back to the conversation in a moment. Do want to remind you about our friends over at Lucky Box. Use our promo code. We've seen multiple people this weekend tag us with their Lucky Box vending pickups from Las Vegas. Use our promo code Padres, all lowercase. You're getting $5 off. We were there in July. Now, these are in Vegas. They're all over Vegas. They got like 15 or 20 of these machines, maybe more, in Vegas, these Lucky Box mystery vending machines. And then they've got them at like O'Hare and JFK, other airports, other cities. Check out all their locations at luckyboxvending.com or by clicking the link in the description down below. They're coming to Southern California, by the way. We went to Vegas. I picked up this Auto 10 Fernando Tatis Jr. from 2022. Picked that up in July out of one of these vending machines. You can pick up a Pokemon card or a sports card, your choice, or an autographed jersey. We saw someone that tagged us that used our promo code. They picked up a Pete Rose autographed jersey. How about that? I mean, that's kind of dope, truthfully.
And a PSA 10 Jaden Daniels rookie card.
That's exactly right. So that this weekend at a Lucky Box Machines in Las Vegas, make sure to use our promo code Padres, all lowercase, the next time you see a Lucky Box and get $5 off.
Yeah, if you want right now, go to luckyboxvending.com to sign up to be one of their loyalty members. You get early location drops, you get perks, you get opportunities to win signed memorabilia. It's free of charge. All you got to do is go to luckyboxvending.com and use your name and your email address. Sign up. It's free of cost. Go and sign up right now, luckyboxvending.com.
And like Michelle says, Pokemon 2, Jim actually picked up a Pokemon card, which might not have been the best.
No, wasn't the best.
That's the thing. But listen, I got a Toddy. Jim got not the best Pokemon card, but
it wasn't. No.
I bet The next time you'll do better.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Next time.
Par Threes Club, appreciate you. Long-time supporter, friend of the show. Thank you, man, for the membership. He started kind of the membership trains over the last couple of. Look at that. Jim's got the tee on. He started some of those membership gifting campaigns over the last couple of weeks. We appreciate you, man. If you want to become a member, get the emojis and the badges. You can click the join button down below. We appreciate that. He says, going to the Reds game tomorrow for Filipino night. Very cool. Hopefully we take this dub with you. Yes, Darvish tomorrow. Not YOU, but YU, like he writes. What have the Reds here been doing, Jim? I haven't been paying attention. Like, they're still kind of hanging on, right, for dear life. They beat the Mets today.
They've won a couple in a row. They're 72-71. They're 4 back.
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. Their last road trip was a long road trip. They went 3-6 on their last road trip.
Yeah, I think they're kind of cooked.
Yeah.
From the playoffs. I'm not saying in this series, but it seems like they got a lot of work to do.
They're 6-9 in their last 15 road games.
So they haven't even taken advantage.
Nah.
Again,
No, we'll
like you
see.
said, 2 out of 3. Take 2 out of 3. I don't think that's asking too much. I really don't.
Yeah. Now, tomorrow, Nick Lodolo is going to be on the mound. Tough lefty, 3.22 ERA. We'll see how that goes. Tuesday, you have, let's see here, for the Reds, probably against Michael King. Zach Littell, a guy that I think the Padres are trying to acquire maybe in the offseason. 3.81 ERA, pretty good. And then you got Wednesday, you got another lefty. So you're going to face 2 lefties in this series, by the way. Andrew Abbott.
Interesting.
He's probably their best
not
pitcher.
easy.
And you got 3 tough matchups here this upcoming series against the Reds. They got 3 of their best pitchers. Padres, hopefully if Michael King returns, you got Darvish, Pivetta, and King. So
It's interesting.
game on,
It's kind of like a little baby playoff series.
Bit,
I mean, again, the Reds aren't great, but they are over 500 as
They are.
the series begins. So not a full measuring stick, but important, obviously, nonetheless. Jack, thank you, man, for the super chat. Appreciate you guys. Please subscribe and thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. He says, Manny's got 23. I mean, that's right. Toddy did hit his 20th, by the way. So Toddy's hit more here recently, to his credit. Is this the new normal, as in we no longer have classic power hitters and must look outside the organization this winter? I don't even know. I mean, how much can you be looking when you have Tatis and Machado and Merrill under these crazy long-term deals? I mean, you're not going to go spend crazy on some power bat, I wouldn't think, this offseason.
This is who they have. Like, this is who they have. And they expect these guys to hit for power.
Yep.
Plain and simple. And if they don't, then they're SOL. Like, that's exactly what it is. Now, luckily, this team, while you've had a season from Tatis that has been underwhelming for his standards, and a underwhelming season overall for Jackson Merrill, even though he had a really nice day at the plate, 3 for 5.
Sure did.
With the home run there. Manny has cooled off significantly. I think the addition of Ramon Laureano and then the addition of Gavin Sheets overall for the entirety of this season.
He hit a bomb today.
I mean, where would this team be without Gavin Sheets? And the great part about Gavin Sheets is he's under team control for like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to pay him anything. And he's probably your second best power hitter on the team.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because, like, to that point, like Laureano full year 23, Sheets full year now 19.
Yeah,
and he doesn't play it. Sheets has sat for a portion of the year.
Right.
So yeah, he's a legit power bat.
I mean, he's been massive. That's why it's like you put the best bats in the lineup, and you worry about everything else later.
That's exactly right.
It's like I better not see Gavin Sheets on the bench. Like,
no, he should be playing.
Like, what are we doing?
Like this guy's hitting 450-foot home runs. You know, he has
righty. Put him in the fucking lineup.
I mean, he took the pitch he took today. he golfed that thing out. I mean, it
Yeah.
was not an easy pitch to hit where he ended up hitting it. And he's got impressive power, obviously, as we've seen throughout the course of the year. HBBV, thank you, man, for the super chases. Hoffman pitched and Doyer fans crash out yesterday. Super cool.
Yeah.
What played out at Petco. I mean, it's almost like there was more conversation about the Bananas through Friday
I know.
than there were the Padres. Thankfully, the Padres came to life on Saturday and Sunday. But what the Bananas have going on, and I know it was just whatever, part of their world tour, 2 nights in San Diego, what they have going on, whatever formula and secret sauce they have, the thing freaking works everywhere, including in San Diego this past weekend.
I've never been. I just saw things. It is a lot of like not baseball stuff
100%,
going
a
on.
lot of entertainment.
It's an entertainment. It's like a mixture between the Globetrotters and Broadway.
Yeah.
And it's they have to do it because you can't just play baseball and expect people to come out for some random baseball team.
Yeah, for like minor leaguers.
You have to dance. You have to do entertainment stuff. It's
Their social media is incredible, man. They have so much reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it like something for me? No, but like it's a definite audience towards younger kids, younger generation, TikTok,
Families.
Oh, families. Families is a great time for families.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing Trevor Hoffman come out to Hell's Bells. And did you notice? Love Trevor, but he had the old man strut in him. You're like, oh, as he's running in from the bullpen.
100%.
It was pretty funny.
It was really funny.
I am surprised. I am surprised that it was only Trevor and Heath Bell.
You were expecting, you're saying maybe more as well, or different players?
Again, I don't know who they would have got. Trevor was a layup. That was just an absolute layup.
But also, it's not easy to pull off. I mean, kind of a big time player in the history of the franchise. I mean, is that a guarantee that was going to happen? That's a big time hit.
What, Heath or not Heath?
No, I'm saying that Trevor would do it. Like, I mean, that's a big time player,
right? But I mean, like, if you were to ask,
100%,
like, who's the layup?
He's a layup.
It's Heath. It's not Heath Bell. Stop saying that, Jim. It's
Trevor
Hoffman.
100%.
The Heath Bell thing was like interesting, but
My
I don't know who else
co-host.
gone with. I know.
I
don't know who else.
Is anyone? If you know, you know. Because,
yeah, they don't know.
Nobody knows. If anyone listened to me with Nick Hardwick and Heath Bell, you deserve money. What was I going to say though to that? What would have been amazing? Here's what I was thinking about. What would have been amazing to me is if like Manny's only off day, he like came back to play for the Bananas.
Dude,
like he was in the lineup. Like, remember we were talking about MLS when he would like fly during spring training?
Right.
Like, imagine if during the regular season he like bailed out a game.
Oh my
to
god,
play for
dude.
the Bananas. I don't think that's par for the course. But
no chance.
I mean, the Padres franchise is kind of a unique one in terms of like, there's not a lot of Trevor Hoffmans. I mean, obviously Tony, unfortunately, an untimely passing.
Yeah.
So
the
like,
only other one I
don't
could think
have
of,
tons of Hall of Famers.
the only one, not the only one, but one of the ones I could think of would be Jake Peavy.
He's done it though.
I know
he's played for them, but I don't think it was in San Diego. But I've seen him pitch for the Bananas before.
Yeah.
So he's been out. But yeah, Peavy would have been a great one. Peavy would have been a really good one. All right, let's get back to the conversation in a moment. Do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. They've got a terrific offer going on right now for our viewers. Just use our promo code PADSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. You'll get $20 off your first order of $50 or more at SeatGeek. You heard me right. $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more with our promo code PADSWRAP. All you need to do is click the link in the description, download the app, have the code automatically added to your account, so you can use it later. And we do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. Listen to this tomorrow night. Padres Reds. I mean, critical game. $12. $12.
What?
I mean, $12 to get in. That's a 4-pack of tickets for $48 with fees. You actually have to spend $50 to take advantage of this offer. So 5 tickets for $60, take 20 off. It's $40 for 5 tickets tomorrow night to see the Padres and the Reds with our promo code PADSWRAP. How good is that?
That's amazing. And just a heads up, when you go to SeatGeek, your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after you purchase them, because SeatGeek is an MLB official ticket marketplace. And all you got to do, as John said, is use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek for your very first purchase.
They do lose. They're not the Globetrotters. They play real baseball. They can lose, they can win. Sometimes they win 3 or 4 in a row, sometimes they lose 2 or 3 in a row. It is not based on, they're not the Globetrotters who have lost to the Generals only a couple of times ever, I believe. But the Bananas play actual baseball, which I think is kind of interesting. They don't always win. It's not like, it's hard to fix baseball. You can't just be like, oh, hit the ball. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard.
It's actually like play.
Hit
like
it.
You can't.
Yeah, it's stupid if you're not going to really play. I mean, I think it's more fun for the fans if they're actually playing baseball.
Yeah, the one thing that I did see a lot at the Bananas game that I definitely feel like I missed out on is the food looked amazing. They have special food during banana games.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So
did they have banana bread pudding?
They didn't have banana bread pudding. Or no, they did have banana bread pudding because the Padres have banana bread pudding. But I meant like they have special banana food items that they make themselves, I want to say, at the ballpark, and they sell like at different stands. And yeah, I don't have it in front of me. Like, I read it on Friday's show when you were gone.
How could I miss that segment?
Well,
is that Jim's back page?
Well, you were traveling. So they had like adobo plantain chip nachos with pineapple, onion, and plantain chips. They had 5 Alarm firefighter pizza with pistachios, hot honey, grilled peaches, prosciutto. They had banana split. They had a banana lumpia. They had Savannah banana souvenir cups. A lot of banana items that plantain chips with peach salsa, crispy plantain chips with refreshing peach salsa. So yeah, that's the stuff that I wish I was there for.
I'm starving right now. Can we switch gears for a second? And I do want to just acknowledge Freddie Fermin, because he had like a 10-game stretch when he got here. He was good. And then there was like 15 games. He kind of disappeared. This weekend, 4 for 9, 4 RBIs.
Yeah, it was great.
He's doubles in there. He's in the bottom of your lineup. He's producing with men on base. He's hitting the ball hard, right? So, like, again, I do think it's fair. Well, is he the best offensive catcher in the game? No. But is he an upgrade? I think the truth is, over these 30-plus days, now I know what the numbers are, but I think he's been an upgrade is just the point. It's not this crazy upgrade, but has it helped defensively? Probably. Offensively, yeah. You know, again, you're not getting a 900 OPS catcher. There's like one of those that exists. But you're getting a guy that, because of how bad their catching situation was, I think he's been an upgrade. And I think that's fair to say. And it was on display to some extent, actually to a large extent this weekend.
Well, I also think you saw him kind of explode offensively here is because he's not playing every day.
Yeah, they were overusing him.
And you can't overuse a guy that's never played every day before. Also, again, I didn't see every one of his at-bats this weekend, but my guess is they didn't make him try to bunt too much. Like, they were making him bunt a lot.
Yep.
And the whole point of getting Freddie Fermin was to upgrade your catcher position offensively. Defensively, they would always praise Maldonado. Like, oh, this guy's amazing. The mind of like Yadier Molina. Like, give me a fucking break. But anyway, the reason you got him is to upgrade the bat. So like, if you're going to just tell him to bunt guys over and sacrifice, then you should have just kept Maldonado. It's like, let him swing away and giving him some off days here and there and not having him play every single day. He played 4 of 6 this past week. That's a good ratio. And you saw what happened.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think, Yeah, 2 out of every 3, not 5 out of every 6 or 6 out of
Mhm.
every 7. That's probably overuse. And by the way, he threw someone out today. He's thrown out a lot.
Yeah.
He's a good, solid defensive weapon that's under control.
Yeah.
He's only 30. Catchers develop
got him.
later. You can use him. Ethan Salas ain't coming through those doors anytime soon.
No.
So, he's going to be a primary guy for you in 2026. Rocket Skates, thank you, man, for the super. It says, with our current starting pitching woes, was Fermin for Kolek and Berger a bad trade? See, I think it's easy to say it when it's going poorly and the starting pitching stuff has gone bad. And then it's easy to say the opposite, like the first 10 days when Fermin was hitting. Let's see how it plays out, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Like, Fermin's under control for a long time. Kolek and Berger are under control for a long time. Do the Padres hit their goals, like win at a high level in the postseason? It'll change people's opinions. Do the Royals take advantage of Berger in the rotation? They have like an all Padre rotation. I would just say give it a little bit of time and let's see what happens. But, I don't know if anyone has lost the trade on September 8th or whatever day it is.
The only trade that I feel like you could probably definitively say, like, oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer. It's worked out beautifully for this team, has been the Ramon Laureano and the Ryan O'Hearn trade.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see about Mason Miller. Like, he's not pitched a lot for this team. I think 12, 13 innings since the trade deadline.
Yeah, maybe a little more, but yeah, not a ton.
That's a TBD, and especially if Leo DeVries turns into a fucking superstar, then okay. And kind of feel like the same thing about Freddie Fermin and the Bergert and Kolek deal. Not that I think Bergert and Kolek are going to turn into Cy Young Award winners, but Bergert seemed like a nice piece to keep. Somebody that you drafted and developed through your system and is pitching well, and you just kind of gave up on him for a catcher that is good, but he's also a catcher that hits 250, 260 with a OPS sub 700.
Mm-hmm.
Did you change your mic?
I don't think so, did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
I don't know. It sounds weird on your end. It sounds like there's like an echo, like louder.
It is?
I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
Who cares? Does it sound louder?
I don't know.
Like a lot louder?
No, you're fine.
Who cares? Like you said. Now I forgot what you were talking about. What were we talking about?
The Buffalo Bills.
We were talking about, speaking of the Buffalo Bills, how about this? Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds with our friends over at Underdog. The NFL is back. Week 1 isn't even completely in the books because of Monday Night Football. You can take advantage of Week 1, and you can play across all sports, including Major League Baseball, WNBA, college football, NBA, and NHL when they come back as well. Use our promo code. Click the link in the description down below. Use our promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Listen to what you're going to get. You're getting to play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. If you use our promo code, you can win up to 5,000 times your money in a single night, which is absurd, right? You can win literally thousands and thousands of dollars with a small wager. You're also getting a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and a free gimme pick. What's a free gimme pick? It's like higher or lower than a half rushing yard for Saquon Barkley, or higher or lower than a half plate appearance for Fernando Tatis Jr. They're basically giving you the pick, and then you pair it with another pick, and you can win. And the more picks you play, the more you can win. And again, up to 5,000 times your money in a single night. So take advantage. NFL is back. Use our promo code PADSWRAP.
There's a QR code right there. If you scan it, it will take you to the App Store. Download Underdog Fantasy right now. And when you do, use our promo code to sign up. PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP.
Jim does not just work on command.
No.
But HBBV wants you to do Mickey Voice Fryer work to overtime making TikToks. I don't even get that.
We appreciate you watching us, HBBBVPPPJJJ. But like I've said in the past, bro, 95% of your messages to us, they make no sense. Please clean it up, dude. Thank you for watching. Clean it up. Be better. There you go.
I like it.
Like a
weird. So my mic
here.
was, John is yelling.
Yeah, dude. It was like super loud for a second.
What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know. It just got like super loud.
And now you're super quiet in my ears.
I don't know.
Dude, fucking StreamYard, dude.
I blame StreamYard.
Freaking StreamYard. Seriously. All right. Join us tomorrow as we will lead you up to Padres and Reds on
No,
San Diego
James.
Sports 760. And John, I can't even hear you.
What is wrong? I can hear you
Now
perfectly.
I can.
What is
I
happening?
can hear you now. Something was
Are
going
you
on. I
messing
don't
with
know
something
what.
over there?
I don't think so. How? I don't think so. I really don't.
Dude, I'm not gonna. It's not fucking like gym
Just like
impersonation hour.
Bark like a dog.
Bark, dog.
Join us. What do you mean get a new laptop?
Get a new
That's
laptop. Your
funny.
laptop sucks.
Jim needs a freaking laptop. That's who needs a laptop.
My laptop wasn't the one that messed up tonight, was it?
No. It only messed up for like 2 seconds. Thanks, Part Threes Club.
It's fine.
It
It doesn't matter.
Join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Kevin Acey's on the show. We'll lead you up to Padres and Reds. I'll get John Sadek on the show, TV voice of the Reds. So join us at 2. We will get you ready for this critical homestand that begins Monday night between the Padres and the Reds. Please subscribe to this channel. We were hoping to get to 9,600 subscribers tonight. That didn't happen, but it could on replay. So please support this channel and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We have year-round content for you. Smash the like button for us. Follow us at X, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super thanks if you're here on replay. We really do appreciate that. So thank you for your support if you're here on replay. Thank you to those that have become members by clicking the join button down below. You can support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance and Underdog Fantasy and SeatGeek and Homel Casino and Lucky Box as well. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon on John and Jim. And we'll see you tomorrow night right here on the Wrap-Up Show. For Jim, I'm John. Padres win on Sunday. They win the series over the Rockies. This has been the Wrap-Up